Ave Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
Show us, Lord, your love, and grant us your salvation. Hallelujah. 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 The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, Lord. When Jesus had come into the temple area, the chief priests and the elders of the people approached him as he was teaching and said, "By what authority are you doing these things? And who gave you this authority?" Jesus said to them in reply, "I shall ask you one question, and if you answer it for me, then I shall tell you by what authority I do these things. Where was John's baptism from? Was it of heavenly or of human origin?" They discussed this among themselves and said, "If we say of heavenly origin, he will say to us, 'Then why did you not believe him?' But if we say of human origin, we fear the crowd, for they all regard John as a prophet." So they said to Jesus in reply, "We do not know." He himself said to them, "Neither shall I tell you by what authority I do these things." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you. Today, we are given a little bit of full details about the Messiah we're waiting for. One who was seen and prophesied about years before his birth took place. And secondly, one who has authority to do all things, everything. That's very important, that Jesus has the authority to do everything. I think the problem of the priests and the elders of the people today was just to capture him. They know the truth, but they just want to lay a trap. And he, like one who has authority, overcame their trap. And so Jesus Christ was prophesied years back, and we saw that someone who saw this vision today, who I may call the visionary, Balaam, he wasn't even a Jewish guy. No, he was not. But he was invited to come and lay a curse on these people, because a king was trying to defeat them in battle, but the king could not do that. So he wanted to use this seer, a visioner, to cast spell over them so that he would have the power to conquer them. Very interesting story. And then this seer now came, and when he saw the tribes of Israel encamped, they were still on the way to the promised land. When he saw them encamped, then something different happened. Instead of cursing them, then the seer was otherwise blessing them, making a prophecy that they are not just blessed, but from them something more powerful, a Messiah, will come. That's the prophecy of today. And so we see that in our life, people want to know, where is your strength? Where is your stronghold? People want to know what makes you tick sometimes. You know what I mean? They say, what makes the guy tick? What makes him or her? What makes him? People of God, have you asked yourself, what makes you? What makes you? Jesus Christ knew what made him. So we have to know what makes us. And we sometimes will be missing the point when we make what makes us tick to be just ordinary or just human. People of God, Jesus Christ in Matthew 28 says, all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. And the same authority he transferred to us through his disciples when he said, go ye and make disciples of all the nations. So as a Christian, what makes you thick is not human. What makes you thick is not your family ancestry. What makes you thick is not because your parents are well-to-do or well-connected. What makes you thick is not because you are intelligent. No, what makes you thick is not because you are gifted. What makes you thick is because you have the power of God behind you. And that's the power we have to do good. That's the authority that we have in the world of today. And when we know this authority, then we know who we are. And authority means that we have been empowered. When you authorize someone, you empower that person to do something. God has authorized us. He has made us. He has empowered us to come into the world and represent him and be his creation. And Jesus Christ, who we are following, our master in faith, also gave us the same power and authority, reenacting that power that God gave us as human beings, making it even more succinct, more defined. As Christians, our power comes from the Holy Spirit, from God, and from Christ himself. People of God, may we continue to use this power. St. Lucy knew her power. Most of the saints, they knew who they were. And whenever you challenge them, they may not challenge you back physically or verbally, but they will continue to act in the power. Because Jesus Christ was challenged today, he never stopped acting. He continued his works because he knew where his power came from. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was doing the right thing. So if the Messiah we are waiting for is one that is powerful and well authorized to do all things, we ourselves, we have to understand him. And then as we follow him too, we know we use the same authority and power against the evil one, against the world, and to make other people too feel the power of goodness, the power of love in Christ. That's our mission. That's our apostolate. And that's the Messiah we are waiting for. That's who he is. And that's who he wants us to be. God bless you all.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui